Good morning, students. I, myself, Dr. V.B. Kadam, Associate Professor, Department of Botany, KTHM College, Nasik. Today we are going to learn the chapter Respiration, and today's topic is Electron Transport System. We have just discussed two pathways in glucose catabolism, glycolysis and the Krebs cycle. During glycolysis, one molecule of 6 carbon compound glucose is converted into two molecules of 3 carbon compound pyric acid. And the Krebs cycle, the pyric acid enter into the Krebs cycle, and three various places carbon dioxide is released. That means the complete breakdown of pyric acid, and NAD is reduced into NADH2. The hydrogen molecules are released during the Krebs cycle, are breakdown into protons and electrons, and are entered into the electron transport system where actual ATPs are generated. That generate ATP by substrate level phosphorylation. Most ATP, however, is generated during a separate process called oxidative phosphorylation, which occurs during cellular respiration. Cellular respiration begins when electrons are transferred from NADH and FADH2 made in glycolysis. The transition reaction and the Krebs cycle through a series of chemical reactions to a final inorganic electron acceptor, either oxygen in aerobic respiration or non-oxygen inorganic molecules in anaerobic respiration. This electron transfer takes place on the inner part of the cell membrane of the prokaryotic cell or in specialized protein complexes in the inner membrane of the mitochondria of eukaryotic cells. The energy of the electrons is harvested to generate an electrochemical gradient across the membrane, which is used to make ATP by oxidative phosphorylation. Electron transport system, ETS. By the end of Krebs cycle, glucose molecule oxidizes completely, but the energy does not release till NADH and FADH2 oxidize through electron transport system. The metabolic pathway through which electron passes from one carrier to another is called electron transport system. The electron transport system is also known as electron transport chain or mitochondrial respiratory chain. The electron transport system consists of a series of coenzymes and cytochromes that take parts in passage of electrons from a chemical to its ultimate acceptor. The passage of electrons from one enzyme or cytochrome to the next takes place with a loss of energy at each step. Electron transport system is operative in inner mitochondrial membrane. The electron carriers includes flavins, iron, sulfur complexes, quinones, and cytochromes. Most of them are prosthetic groups of proteins. Electron transport system in mitochondria consists of four complexes which are found in bases of stocked particles in the inner mitochondrial membrane, and also ubiquinone or coenzyme Q and cytochrome C, which are not bound to stocked particles but act as mobile electron carriers between the complexes. Complex first consists of NADH dehydrogenase or NADHQ, reductase, which contains flavoproteins FMM, flavin mononucleotide, and is associated with iron sulfur proteins. This complex is responsible for passing electrons, also protons, from mitochondrial NADH to ubiquinon, located within inner mitochondrial membrane. Complex second consists of succinate dehydrogenase, which contains a flavoprotein FAD, flavin adenine dinucleotide, in its prosthetic group and is associated with non-heme iron sulfur proteins. This complex receives electrons, also protons, from succinic acid, which is oxidized in Krebs cycle to form fumaric acid, and passes them to ubiquinone. Ubiquinone also receives reducing equivalent via FADH2 that is generated during oxidation of succinate through the activity of energy succinate dehydrogenase in Krebs cycle. Complex 3 consists of ubiquinol, cytochrome C and cytochrome B7. The reduced ubiquinone is called ubiquinol. Here ubiquinol is oxidized with the transfer of electrons to cytochrome C via cytochrome B7. Cytochrome C is a small protein attached to outer surface of the inner mitochondrial membrane and acts as a mobile carrier for transfer of electrons between complex third and complex fourth. This complex is called QS2 cytochrome C reductase complex. This bears three components, that means cytochrome B, non-heme iron sulfur and cytochrome C1. Coenzyme Q is also involved between FES and cytochrome C1. Now cytochrome C transfer electrons to cytochrome C. Like coenzyme Q, cytochrome C is also mobile carrier of electrons. Complex 4 is known as cytochrome C oxidase complex. This contains cytochrome A and A3 along with two copper centers. This complex receives electrons from cytochrome C and passes them to one of oxygen. Two protons are needed and molecules is formed terminal oxidation. Here O2 is ultimate acceptor of electron. It combines with protons to form metabolic water or respiratory water. 2 ferrocytochrome plus 2 protons and half O2 to form 2 ferrocytochrome plus 1 water molecule. Complex 5th, when electrons are transferred from one carrier to next carrier via complex 1 to 4 in electron transport system, they are coupled to ATP synthesis enzyme complexes for production of ATP from ADP and inorganic phosphate. Here, number of ATP molecules synthesized during electron transport system depends on nature of electron donor. Oxidation of one molecule of NADH gives rise to 3 molecules of ATP and 1 molecule of FADH2 gives rise to 2 molecules of ATP. ATP synthesis complex is called complex 5. During transportation of electrons, hydrogen atoms split into protons and electrons. The electrons are carried by cytochromes. Before last stage, where hydrogen atoms is accepted by oxygen to form water, the electron again recombine with their protons. Oxygen acts as final hydrogen acceptor. Oxidative phosphorylation. The whole process where oxygen effectively allow the production of ATP by phosphorylation of ADP is called oxidative phosphorylation. In other words, synthesis of ATP is called phosphorylation, and as it takes place in presence of oxygen, it is called oxidative phosphorylation. The enzyme required for synthesis of ATP is called ATP synthetase. This is located in F1 or headpiece of F0 F1 or elementary particles. ATP synthetase enzyme becomes active in ATP formation where there is a proton gradient serving higher concentration of H2. ATP synthetase, also known as complex fifth, consists of two major components, that means F1 and F0. The F1 headpiece is a peripheral membrane protein complex and contains the site for ATP from ADP and inorganic phosphate. Whereas F0 is an integral membrane mitochondrial protein complex which forms the channel through which protons across the inner membrane. The passage of protons through the channel is coupled to the catalytic site of the F1 component for the production of ATP. Oxidation of one molecule of NADH2 produces 3 ATP molecules, whereas a similar oxidation of FADH2 produces 2 ATP molecules. So this is the F0 particles and this is F1 particles. Actual ATPs are synthesized during the F1 particles, and F0 particles are the hydrogen carrier transport towards the side of thylakoid membrane or inner mitochondrial membrane. This is the path of hydrogen movement, and actual ATPs are synthesized. Here ADP and inorganic phosphate is present and release energy captured by ADP and inorganic phosphate to form a molecule of ATP. Actual ATP is formed during the F1 particles. Working of ETS, electron transport system, in respiration of plants. The pairs of hydrogen atoms removed from the substrate in various oxidation steps of glycolysis and Krebs cycles are accepted by NAD or FAD. It results into formation of NADH2 or FADH2. NADH2 is deoxidized by NADH dehydrogenase. The hydrogen atoms are accepted by its coenzyme FAD, which gets reduced to FADH2. The energy released during oxidation of NADH2 is utilized for joining ADP and inorganic phosphate to synthesize one molecules of ATP. FADH2 passes its pair of hydrogen atoms to coenzyme Q, which get reduced into coenzyme QH2, and FADH2 gets reoxidized to FAD. The oxidation of coenzyme QH2 is brought about by the transfer of electrons to the ferric ion of the cytochromes, while the protons are expelled out in the perimitochondrial space. From coenzyme Q, the electrons are accepted first of all by the Fe of cytochrome B, from where they pass sequentially through cytochrome C1, C, A and A3, causing them to be reduced and oxidized alternately. Cytochromes are conjugated proteins having heme prosthetic group. The heme group facilitates the passage of electrons by means of its Fe+3 atoms, which becomes reversibly reduced and oxidized by accepting and donating electrons according to the scheme. During transfer of electrons from cytochrome B to cytochrome C and from cytochrome A to cytochrome A3, one molecule each of ATP is generated by phosphorylation of ATP. The electrons are finally passed on the 1 atoms of oxygen, which result into its activation. The activated oxygen reacts with the proton ions made available from perimitochondrial space to form water. In this way, oxidation of NADH2 via ATS provides 3 molecules of ATPs, but FADH2 on oxidation by ATS yields only 2 ATP molecules. Students, this is the diagrammatic representation of electron transport system. The NADH2 molecules reduced during glycolysis and Krebs cycles are coming here, break down into protons and electrons, and protons and electrons enter into these electron transport system. It is made up of different cytochrome systems. NAD receives these electrons and it gets oxidized and reduced into NADH2, then transfer these electrons to FMNH2, then coenzyme Q, cytochrome B, cytochrome C1, cytochrome C, cytochrome A, cytochrome A3, all are arranged according to oxidation reduction process, and finally the half molecular oxygen combine with the proton molecules to form the water. And during this journey, 3 various places the ATP molecules are synthesized. The released energy is captured by ADP and inorganic phosphate and it is converted into ATP. Actual ATP molecules are synthesized at the place of F0 particles, F1 particles. Net gain of ATP. Complete oxidation of glucose to carbon dioxide and water shows that there is a net gain of 38 ATP. Each NADH2 produces 3 ATP molecules while FADH2 forms only 2 ATP molecules. At the end of reaction, NADH2 plus half oxygen plus 3 ADP and 3 inorganic phosphate to form NAD, 3 ATP and 1 water molecules. FADH2 plus half water molecules plus 2 ADP and 2 IP gives FAD plus 2 ATP and 1 water molecules. Thus, total gain of ATP in aerobic respiration is as follows. During glycolysis, 8 ATPs, pyruvic acid, 2-acetyl coenzyme A, that means oxidative decarboxylation process during 6 ATPs, Krebs cycles, 24 ATPs, and total 38 ATPs are generated after the breakdown of 1 glucose molecules through aerobic respiration. The complete reaction C6H12O6 plus 6CO2 plus 8H2 plus 38 ADP and inorganic phosphate to form 6 carbon dioxide, 14 water molecules, 38 ATP and water molecules. However, in most eukaryotic cells, 2 molecules of ATP are required for transport of NADH produced in glycolysis into mitochondria for further oxidation, and therefore the net gain of ATP is 38 molecules. Energetics of Krebs cycles, net gain of ATPs. Pyruvic acid to acetyl coenzyme A, 6 ATPs are synthesized because after breakdown of 1 glucose molecules, 2 molecules of pyruvic acid form and 1 pyruvic acid convert into acetyl coenzyme A to form 3 ATPs and another pyruvic acid convert into acetyl coenzyme A to form another 3 ATPs, that means 6 ATPs during pyruvic acid to acetyl coenzyme A. Isocytric acid to oxalosuccinic acid 6 ATPs, alpha ketoglutarate acid to succinic acid 6 ATPs, succinic acid to fumaric acid 4 ATPs, malic acid to oxaloacetic acid 6 ATPs, succinyl coenzyme to succinic acid 2 ATPs. Now during isocytric acid to oxalosuccinic acid, NAD is reduced into NADH2. That's why here synthesized 6 ATPs. Again, alpha ketoglutarate acid to succinic acid same 6 ATPs are synthesized. But during succinic acid to fumaric acid, FADH2 molecule is reduced. That's why one FADH2 gives 2 ATPs and 2 FADH2 is equal to 4 ATPs. Total number of ATPs from 2 molecules of uric acid 30 ATPs. Total number of ATP produced in glycolysis are 10 ATPs. Total number of ATPs produced from 1 molecules of glucose 14 ATPs. Total number of ATP consumed 2 during the first and third stage of glycolysis. Net gain of ATPs from 1 molecule of glucose, that means after breakdown of 1 molecule of glucose, it gives 38 ATPs. Thank you.